It's time for Screen Junkies Movie Fights.
Oh, what's going on, guys? Welcome to Movie Fights. We are doing it again. And very important, there will be no Avengers Infinity War spoilers today. No spoilers. This is a spoiler-free zone. So there you have that. We have an awesome panel of fighters to duke it out in a cinematic smackdown. And let's meet who we'll be throwing down today. Oh, first, he's a friend of the family. You know him as the fastest mouth in the West. Come speed round time. We'll see if he makes it to the speed round today. And you know him from Marvel Movie News, Collider Heroes. Welcome back, JANDREAU.
So excited, man. It is the week to be here. I am ready to talk spoiler-free Avengers and Marvel and love, and I can't wait to do this. And good God, am I excited.
You have one speed. Excited.
I just live up here, and
Geeked.
zeal is what I consume.
Nice.
Right.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Oh, this gentleman is a good friend of mine. He comes over to the UCB Theater in Hollywood and does the Tournament of Nerds show with me all the times. And he's the co-host of the Nerdificent podcast with the delightful Danny Fernandez. He's a writer. He's a comedian. NWADIWE.
Yeah, hey, what's up? How's the only dude on this panel to see my dingle-dangle?
That's true. You stripped down to the to your birthday suit on stage.
And Joe, too. Joe
I was going to say, first fact I got to check is...
What is happening?
Yes.
I've also seen if he's...
Why are my best friends talking about...
This was a strong intro. I'm just saying, this is a lot of knowledge coming at us at once.
And Iffy, as much as I want to, I cannot award extra points for that.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good. The award is our friendship being strengthened and our love for each other strong.
Heck yes. Iffy, thanks for being here, man.
Oh, man, thanks for having me.
Oh, and I believe she is also making her Movie Fights debut. You know her from Marvel Movie News, Geek Bomb, and she has her own YouTube channel. Welcome, Amy Cassandra Martinez.
Hi. Yes, I cannot believe I am here, surrounded by such talented people. Hi, everyone.
Hey,
Oh, come on.
Oh, hi.
Are you pumped? Are you geeked? Are you excited?
Yes to all of those. I am. I'm also slightly nervous, but it's gonna be fine because I've got my notes.
Oh, is that what those are?
Those
I
words
was like,
are.
They are,
it's a
guys.
paper
That's
other
what
thing.
they
Oh,
are.
she got a different
Yeah.
contract.
She came in
She
there,
making
she's
side
like,
bets.
by the way.
You know, that always calms my nerves,
Yes.
reading pages of notes.
Well, it's all up here, but just to see them right here next to me, it's like, Amy, everything's gonna be okay. Kind of.
Size 7 font, I'm impressed.
You know, that just kind of happened. I don't know what happened.
Amy, I'm sure you're going to bring it. Thanks for being here. So let me, quick reminder how this works. There are going to be 3 regular questions that are going to be judged by myself and the 2 folks over there. It's going to be my vote, Joe Starr's vote, and then Daniel Radford. Joe Starr sitting there on the fact check today.
Sitting
what up,
in
Joe
for
Starr?
Lon, sitting in for Dan. Hey, guys, it's me, Joe Starr, your 5th-string fact checker.
Gang, gang.
Joe Dan Armada represent. Because if there's one thing Joe Starr knows, it's facts about movies. So we'll see how this goes.
And you know how to use the Google search bar, right?
Say again?
The Google search bar?
What's that first word?
Is that like a computer?
Good job. Joe Starr, thanks for being here, brother. And the conduit of the people, the voice, oftentimes of reason, the delightful Danielle Radford.
Sometimes the voice of reason. So for all of you who have not been watching or are not sure how this works, I am the voice of you, and so there is a Twitter poll, or not a Twitter poll, sorry, there are Twitter polls, they're very fun. There is a YouTube poll, that is the only poll that matters. If you're looking for how to join in on that, go down to the description below. That the poll does not refresh until all of the fighters have given their answers in order to make it fair. And in the case of a tie, or like we know, there's everyone has different opinions. That is when we come in. But also, I will be saying what you all felt either way, just so that we can have your voice out there. And I will be checking the internet for dank memes. So if you have some dank memes, go on and slide them my way. I'm looking.
Send us those memes. We want dank memes. We want sick memes. You know what? We'll even accept your off-brand memes.
I will take your brand X memes.
Your
Yes.
99-cent store memes.
Give me them 99-cent store
Yeah,
memes.
sorry, I
I'm
only have
into
great
it.
value memes. Those the only memes I get that great value.
them Kroger memes.
Kroger memes.
I buy my, I got them Kirkland memes from Costco.
Kirkland.
The land of the Kirks.
Where do these come from? Obviously.
I am from Kirkland.
James Tiberius memes.
I got my memes in bulk on deck. Danielle, thank you. So, once again, how this works. There are 3 regular rounds where they will debate it out and we will decide. After those 3 rounds, 2 competitors will venture into the speed round where there will be 4 more questions. The first player to get 4 points awarded to them will walk out of here a champion. The other 2 will walk out of here with their tail between their legs. The humblest, the most humbling moments.
Tale as old as time.
Indeed. Thank you, Joe Star. Song as old as rhyme. JTE, drop that sick-ass package.
Prepare to die. Ladies and gentlemen.
No. It's main event time.
I haven't seen this one.
JT.
I always
Yeah.
remember that's cheating. Like the Karate Kid cheated. You can't kick people in the face
one of the
in a
rules.
karate.
It's right there.
That's
It's
like
right-
one
it's
of
right.
the first things. They're like below the neck, not on the
like an
groin.
eye gouge victory.
Yeah.
You know what? You should send a spec script into their new YouTube Red show, and maybe they'll revisit that.
Yeah, I'm
The pilot of Cobra Kai is about the cheat. Like he's been
Gosh.
bitter for 20 years.
JTE, thank you for showing us your beautiful package. All right. Question. Thank you, Amy. Question 1. This is already off the rails. It's a blind fight. It's a blind fight. All right. I have 2 hats here.
Jesus.
I need everyone to pick something out of these hats. First, pick that hat and keep these to yourselves. Keep these to yourselves.
Okay.
Pick one. Pick one. Don't cheat. No cheating, Amy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Iffy, no cheating.
Don't worry,
All right.
because people don't crankle enough. You got to crankle. You
crankle.
got to mix it up.
Good use of
Okay.
crankle.
All right.
Trying to just open this.
A lot of crankle.
I haven't heard the word crankle in some time.
Yeah, you got to get a crankle.
Okay, pick one,
look
pick
away,
one.
crankle what
Okay,
this feels.
these are all Marvel characters, Avengers, and these are actors. Don't reveal your answer until we come
I
to
think
pick
we
one.
got
We got the actor first.
Oh, there's just 2.
All right, here's how this works. Whew. Get ready for it. We are recasting an Avengers character with another actor, all right? Who they have to sell us on why this is the best actor to play the part, how we will meet their new character in the recasting, and lay it out for us, okay? Let us know how that actor would be recast as that Avenger and how it could work. And Coy, you are going first. Go ahead and reveal what you got.
I have been blessed with Hayden Christensen as Captain America. And I feel, this is the return to form for Hayden Christensen. I feel like this is a man who was great in Life as a House. This is a man who was, he had the unfortunate distinction of being put in a movie where George Lucas was writing the dialogue and people think ill of him. And I feel like, he was playing a legacy character and he didn't get a fair shake. Anakin Skywalker is not Hayden Christensen. Hayden Christensen is a fine actor who has the distinction, the jaw, the gravitas, the poise to really make Captain America work. And the hardest thing about playing Captain America is that you've been following in the footsteps of Chris Evans, and Hayden Christensen luckily has no prior expectation. People are going to come into this like, oh, this is Anakin Skywalker, but he's going to surprise people. He's going to come out swinging. He's going to work out. He's been out of the limelight for a long time. He's been studying. I think that Hayden Christensen as Captain America is not only great for Hayden Christensen, it's great for America.
All right, that's Coy with Hayden Christensen to be recast as Captain America. Iffy, NWADIWE.
So I got Iron Man to be recast with Armie Hammer. And I gotta say, y'all, this, I think that's a match made in heaven. See, look, I'm gonna let y'all know something. Look, I'm gonna just put you up on game real quick, okay? Before there was Salt Bay, there was Iron Man, okay? Before there was the El Pollo Loco Man, there was Iron Man. before they were my ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend, there was Iron Man, you know? And I gotta tell you, Iron Man, look, ladies want to be with him, men want to be him, no matter how much qualities you may share and how much history you and your ex may have together, it doesn't matter because Iron Man is that dude. He's so hot, he's so fine, and look, Robert Downey Jr., he's an all right dude. He's an all right dude. But if we want to get peak Iron Man, sexy Iron Man, let me get in them guts Iron Man, then we want Armie Hammer, because I don't know if y'all heard of a little art film called Call Me By Your Name, but that bottle was hot. I was in the movie theater putting peaches on my body. So this is perfect. And we get back into making Tony the millionaire playboy, billionaire playboy, trillionaire playboy. Money never stops when you got Armie Hammer. And you know what's the best part gonna be? Is we're gonna be waiting for every scene where he presses that button and his face comes, you're like, ooh, Armie, let's go to wherever you want to go.
All right. Iffy with Armie Hammer as Iron Man. Was security called when you were rubbing the peach on yourself in the movie theater?
No, they were down with it.
All right, good to hear.
Everybody gets a shot.
Amy, who do you have?
Here's the thing about the people that you both mentioned. They are young, they have some experience, but not as much as the one and only Harrison Ford. He would be playing Thor. I hear some laughter, and I understand where that's coming from. But here's the thing. Thor is powerful. Thor is strong. Thor has authority over a lot. And Harrison Ford has that. You've seen him in Indiana Jones. You've seen him in roles like Han Solo, where the fan base would follow him. He is no longer in Star Wars, spoiler alert, but he is now available to play Thor. And it feels like that is a very good decision because people would trust him. People can count on him at all times. He knows how to fly ships, and he would be able to help with thunder as well.
All right, thank you for that. By the way, we said no Infinity War spoilers. We didn't say anything about Force Awakens spoilers. All right, y'all three, fight it out.
Now, I know it's a Thor subject, but Crystal Skull happened, and I'm sorry. With the Thor, but Crystal Skull happened, and there's a reason that the spoiler you brought up happened. Harrison Ford is pretty much done with this stuff. I know he's going to do Indiana Jones 6 because he needs to pay his taxes or something, but Harrison Ford is a man that should not be Thor, and he's past his expiration date on that type of character. He's a great actor. He's not Thor, and Armie Hammer is a fantastic actor for playing a very specific role. He doesn't have the sarcastic wit. He has stiff wit. Man from U.N.C.L.E. is amazing because Armie Hammer plays this stoic kind of comedy, the Russian. Armie Hammer cannot do the Downey Jr. sarcasm that makes Iron Man work. Iron Man on paper is a villain. Iron Man is a money-hungry, chauvinistic punk that Downey Jr. made lovable. In the comics, Iron Man was unreadable till Downey Jr. made it work. Armie Hammer would go Lone Ranger on us and sink that ship just like Harrison Ford.
I'm gonna have to disagree because Armie Hammer was so good that we ignored the fact that Elio was like 16 in that movie. That is something that we have to consider. Also, come on, man. Hayden Christensen. So I'm just going to
unappreciated. Life is a house. Life is a reason.
And I will say, I have to agree, Harrison Ford, you really lost me when you said he knew how to fly. I think there is records that prove otherwise.
Fly a ship.
Two crashes, I think.
That's way more.
Yeah.
That's way more than me.
No.
That's true. Yeah, I've crashed less planes. I've crashed less planes than Harrison Ford.
Right.
I'm just,
Here's the thing. In order for someone to play Captain America, you have to like them. You have to want to actually go and see the movie and be like, you know what? I'm actually rooting for him. I'm rooting for Steve Rogers. But 99%, I can't speak for everyone, but a lot of people would not be game to go see Hayden Christensen because, unfortunately, we haven't seen him in fantastic roles. Armie Hammer is fantastic, agree with you, but not as someone as snarky and like cocky, but still really cool as Iron Man. You have to have a certain kind of oomph that Armie Hammer just is working towards, but it's not there yet.
Okay, so I'm gonna just say everyone's been saying things like, you know, Armie Hammer is an amazing actor, but full stop, homie. Armie Hammer's an amazing actor. Once we put that suit on him, we will believe he's Iron Man. Now Hayden Christensen, there's gonna be a lot because just on paper, Captain America is a hard hero to sell, just someone who always believes in good and is wearing the American flag. And Chris Evans really did that, especially with that nice, tight, jacked up bod. You know, Chris Evans made us believe that there is good. Chris Evans, you need someone who can portray Goku, because that is what Captain America is. Pure good. He sees the good in everything, and he's willing to even go against his superiors just to make good happen. I don't believe that in Hayden Christensen.
Your guys both have associations with them. We see Armie Hammer one way. We see Harrison Ford one way. We haven't seen my guy in 10 years. He's had plenty of time to get out of the limelight.
Oh, no, I have
plenty of time.
enough images in my skull when
We
he's
don't
acting.
know what 30-year plus Hayden Christensen is like. We don't have any association. We don't have anything like that.
He's not out here anymore.
Look at Macaulay Culkin's comeback. Look at these people that disappeared from the line for 10 years. Look at these people that disappear and come back. There's a totally new association. This man can come back, and no one loves an underdog more than Marvel. No one loves a comeback story more than Marvel.
Loves Hayden Christensen.
That's why he's the underdog.
Okay, let's freeze everybody. I'm going to throw something at you, and I want you to give me your take on it. How will the passing of the torch between your character and who's currently playing them and who's going to take over occur? So how will the passing of the shield, the passing of the suit, the passing of the hammer occur in the frame of the movie? Tell us who your new actor is in the scheme of the universe and how they connect with their new persona. All right, let's start with Coy.
So the universe is where it stands, and we have a secret wars situation where another planet is colliding with our planet, and we have to save one of them. All the heroes band together. They realize they cannot stop this incursion event, and of course, Chris Evans as Captain America sacrifices himself because that's who he is. A Captain America from another Earth, a 1610 universe, an alternate universe Captain America, as played by Hayden Christensen, has to step in to fill Earth's steps, fill in the shoes of this man, because America and superheroes need someone to follow. So after the fall of Captain America on the White House steps, while he's dying, Hayden Christensen, another Captain America from another planet, goes, "This is what I must do. I have to fill these shoes. I will take up the mantle of Captain America." So as Chris Evans dies, we all surround him. He picks up the shield, and as the movie ends, there's this beautiful lower shot. We see Hayden Christensen for the first time in years pick up the shield, don the mantle of Captain America to start his own franchise.
All right, thanks, Coy.
I boo the screen with all my heart. I'm like, get that boy out of here.
All right, talk to us about Iron Man.
Look, fans, get ready, because mine is a real doohickey. So in the comics, there was a whole storyline where there was a teen Tony Stark who came back, and then the old Tony Stark died, and then the teen Tony Stark found the old Tony Stark in the new dimension. We're just gonna rip that out, put that in the Marvel universe. Fans are like, damn, that's tight, because that was in the comic books, and there's a reason he looks different. He's from another generation. This is a sexier Tony. I was gonna call him Tony Hawk. I meant Tony Stark. He's a sexier Tony Stark, and in the Tony Hawk Pro Skater movie I write, he's gonna be a sexy Tony Hawk.
Iron Man doing some sick ollies.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be Armie Hammer. He's gonna be doing like a 180. It's gonna be rad. But that's another movie for another time. In this movie right now, what's gonna be great is I'm not gonna have him pick up a shield or anything. I'm gonna appeal to everybody. I feel like these movies nowadays, it's just to us, just to men. This one's gonna be a shot for the ladies. It's gonna be from the feet up. He's dripping sweat, just dripping wet, just Armie Hammer's bod, and then everyone's like, who is this guy? And he's just gonna say, I'm Iron Man, and the suit's gonna come on, and then that's when the fanboys are back. They're like, all right, that was a rockin' hot bod, but that's the suit, and we're gonna use the whatchamacallit suit, the extremist suit.
Right on, and then he's gonna destroy the half pipe.
Oh yeah, well that's another movie.
All right.
That's a different movie.
Gotcha.
Like in the movie, Armie Hammer is Tony Hawk. He has no relation to Tony Stark.
Okay, gotcha.
But we'll have a rockin' hot bod.
Excellent, thank you, sir. Amy, tell me about Harrison Ford becoming Thor.
Here's the thing. Being a superhero is so much more than just a bod. And making sure that people like everything about you. It's what you can do for your people, for your country, for your planet. And what will happen is Thor will somehow not be able to complete his duties. And so he will find Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford, yes, is older, wiser, stronger, has been through so much more than anyone else that you guys have mentioned. So he will now have Thor's hammer. He is kind of like Odin in a way that he commands presence. So he will take care of Asgard because Asgard needs everyone to take care of them. Whoever is left of Asgard, they need someone to fight for them, and Harrison Ford will do that. It is not about the body. It is not about whether you are likable and do the right thing all the time. It's what's right for the people.
Question. It sounds like you're pitching literally Thor is finding Harrison Ford, who exists as Harrison Ford in this universe.
It's Harrison Ford's character. So it's him. It's him as Thor.
Wait, so is he Harrison Ford in this reality?
He has his certain
Harrison Ford.
Okay, time.
Okay. I was just gonna say he could have just aged. He could have just aged.
Time. All right.
like
Wow.
Harrison
Quite a
Ford.
battle. Three things we will never see. For good reason. Joe Starr, talk to us about the facts of this round.
First of all, it is true. Harrison Ford is trained at flying planes and ships, helicopters on several occasions. He has provided emergency helicopter service to local authorities and once rescued a hiker. One crash, 2 bad landings.
Santa Monica does not like Harrison Ford.
That's fine, but
They're
you know
not
what?
fans.
Windy.
Santa Monica's not Asgard, so I don't think it.
Thank you.
It falls into the conversation.
It's far from Asgard.
Hayden Christensen has sort of had a bit of a comeback in a film called First Kill from 2017, starring a very sad Bruce Willis. That's where we are in the facts.
All right. Thank you, Joe. Wow. You guys traded blows. There were a lot of good takedowns of each other. Man, that Harrison Ford was too old, that Armie Hammer was too stiff, that no one wants to see Hayden Christensen ever again in life. We're going back and forth on that, so I'm going to go to how we were going to meet up with these characters. Damn, Amy. You had me when I was like, she's pitching Harrison Ford as himself taking over. Like, that would have been ridiculous because you kept saying it was Harrison Ford and, like, we didn't have any sense of who he was. And I picture him flying with his little earring and everything. But then we found out it wasn't. That really broke my heart that it wasn't actually Harrison Ford. Man, Coy and Iffy had great arguments, but at the end of the day, I feel like the passion and the comic book story being in a perfect nutshell, Iffy swayed me. I'm going with Iffy, giving him my point. Joe Starr.
So I was also purely on the Harrison Ford train because that's the best idea I've ever heard. Harrison Ford's just at his apartment with Calista Flockhart, and Thor's like, take this hammer. He's like, fine. I would have loved that, but you know, as the purely on facts guy today.
One more thing.
Oh, sorry.
Get off my Bifrost.
That's the whole trailer. The whole trailer.
Get off my dimensional plane.
Yes.
But you know, just purely on pure facts, I think just in terms of Armie Hammer reaction and the fact that I do know if he had a peach situation at a theater, I've got to go with Iffy on this one.
Boom. Iffy takes the first point.
Okay.
Danielle, what does the internet have to say?
All right. Well, the internet, it's actually closer than I thought it was. 42% Armie Hammer as Iron Man, 37% Hayden Christensen as Thor, and Hayden Christensen as Cap, 20% Harrison Ford as Thor. Some dank memes.
Oh yeah. Drop some dank ass memes on us.
Well, I can't drop all of them because actually everyone's doing really good at collecting some of their favorite dank memes.
By the way, the
fast.
visual medium of memes are best when they are described.
Yeah, I do my best when I describe a meme. But if you look, people are doing some real good dank memes, so definitely check those out. And I will say one of the funniest comments I've seen so far on Twitter was at David Pockets90, who says, "Round 1, just recast all the Avengers with Nick Offerman. He wants all of the bacon and all of the eggs. He is the mustache."
It's a good bit. We also had some other fun ones in the hat, Hal.
Oh.
Here's some actors you guys could have been arguing for. The Rock, of course, it's us. Channing Tatum, Pedro Pascal, Ryan Gosling, Zac Efron, Kit Harington, Charlize Theron, and Tiffany Haddish.
Wow.
Very close would have helped me. don't know what this was, but I am proud of my 37% because that is more than I expected.
You got the one guy who is just reviled.
What are you doing? I saw this. I opened this piece of paper like, well, that's it.
Tiffany Haddish's Thor just going up to Loki. You nasty! You nasty dog!
Yeah.
I would write a Ryan Gosling cat movie tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I thought you said cat movie, and I was like,
Also
me too.
true.
I'd be game for that. Yeah.
So many possibilities. All right, let's move on to question number 2.
Oh, I hate sand.
Here it
It's
is.
everywhere.
Ooh, James Cameron is worried about superhero fatigue. So we want to know which Marvel character should join the Avatar franchise. Which Marvel character would be most suited, best adapt to the Avatar franchise? And it's the second question. We're starting with player number 2, Iffy.
All right, nice. All right, so look, you know, we know how these things go. When you do a sequel, you want to hit them, you want to blindside them with something different, something new, something crazy. So we're not going to do the same, you know, what was that one movie? His name is, you know, the one with the Native Americans with, what's his face? You
Dances
guys
with
know.
Wolves?
Yeah, Dances with Wolves. We're not going to do the Dances with Wolves thing again. Burn most of my time recalling the name of that movie. But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to do like a different world, same people, different world. So that's why I chose Nebula. She's going to land on the planet. They're going to be like, oh, she's one of us. And she's like, actually, no, I'm not. I'm this ride or die blue lady ready to bust off on some fools. And she's like, no, we're all about peace here. And we connect our heads. And actually, we're going to find out that the hair kind of genitalia action works with her, you know, cybernetics, and they're going to connect on that level. She's going to find, you know, that dude who got faded by the main chick. Yeah, he's going to connect with Nebula. So it's good because I remember that's what I walked out of Avatar. I'm like, what old dude? He didn't do nothing wrong, but respect his culture, and he got dissed for the white man. It's like being a black man in America. You know that trend that black women leave black men for white men. That's the whatever. Anyway, look. Let's bring it back.
Today we're talking about the growing trends.
Look, Nebula and Old Boy is going to connect.
By the way, that's always trending in my timeline.
Yeah. And definitely in this
long
version.
hashtag.
In this version, James Cameron is going to take a note from the other James Gunn and try and make it like a space opera, but every song steel drums. It's all about, this is more like a tropical vacation getaway, more like a Forgetting Sarah Marshall comedy dramedy type joint, you know. And they're going to find love on that planet, and you know, maybe Nebula will chill out a bit.
Right on. Okay, a different take on Avatar and that universe. Thank you, Iffy. Amy, what do you got?
We've known her for a few movies now, and plenty of us have fallen in love with her. So has Star-Lord, and her name is Gamora. And she would be fantastic in Avatar because she brings a certain kind of empathy that other people don't have. She is known as the deadliest woman in the galaxy, but that doesn't mean she's in to cause people pain. And so I have an idea for a movie for it, but you'll have to just stay tuned for that idea.
Okay. Ooh, leave him on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
we're just supposed to say the name, like I wasn't supposed to do my
Oh
movie
no,
pitch yet.
no! You can do a little opening spiel, absolutely.
All right.
You know what? You're both doing just fine. Coy, what do you got?
I went with the man who hasn't gotten nearly enough love in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I went with the man who is behind the scenes running the game. I went with the man who wants to recruit Avengers. I went with the man, Nick Fury. Now, Nick Fury shows up and it's always awesome. Nick Fury in Winter Soldier, a movie not even about him, has the craziest car chase. Nick Fury is always the guy you want more of, and I think this man deserves to be hanging out with some Na'vi, because this man is someone dealing with insane, like, special ops teams, and there's the military aspect of Avatar, and I think him going through a dimensional divide, landing on this planet, dealing with giant Na'vi people, he would find a way to handle it, stay calm, and be awesome. And like Samuel L. Jackson dialogue dealing with blue people would be fire. I cannot imagine homie talking about like what the Na'vi do with their tails and genitalia and dealing with the ramifications of Samuel L. Jackson talking about cat sex. I want to see that movie, and I also think that he would try to recruit them to the Avengers, because this is a guy that deals with the surreal. This is a guy who sees special humanoid type characters and tries to bring them in. So I think he tries to recruit a Na'vi, and you also have a much better than Sam Worthington soldier in Nick Fury. So you've got a similar parallel in storytelling. You've got a reason he'd be visiting the planet, and you've got a storyline that involves Samuel L. Jackson talking about Cat 6.
All right, we are certainly not in Kansas anymore. Go ahead and debate this out.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm loving the Sam Jackson. I'm on board. I want it to happen. But we have to go back to when Avatar ended. The relationship between the Na'vi and humans are fractured. They're not going to be able to talk. They're going to blast them on sight. They're not going to trust another. They don't want another giant mech guy trying to crush their necks up. He's dead right out the gate.
He's not a mech guy. He's got an eye patch.
Gamora, like, I have reason to believe that green people exist on the other side of the planet and they're at war. They're gonna body her
You
on
have a
sight.
reason to believe that, but there are no facts.
Yeah,
There are no facts.
Look, they're not. There's not an unexistence of facts. There's just what we don't know, and what we don't know is whether or not there's another race of Na'vi, but they're green at the bottom. What we do know is they are blue.
Very good.
Will
Yes.
they connect with someone who is blue?
No.
Nebula. They're like, oh, what's up? That's my sister, soul sister.
So
They're gonna-
she's actually a robot, though. You just said a mech guy. She's half robot. She's got a metal arm.
Well,
She'd get killed on
Yeah,
sight.
yeah, but
You land on
I'm
the planet, she's out.
I'm talking about like in a mech. You know, like you saw the scene. He was
But
up
Samuel
in
Jackson's
it.
not in a
Like,
mech. He's Samuel Jackson.
But he's a human. They're like, oh, that's a human. We don't trust y'all. Blast you.
We
You
don't
from
trust-
the green race that hates us. Blast you.
That does
Blue.
not exist. It does not exist.
We
No.
don't know if it does
But you're
or
making
doesn't
that up.
exist.
Those are not facts that we do currently
look,
have.
look.
What we do know is
Can we
that
get James on the
Nebula.
line?
What we do know is that Nebula has a hot head and she has never regretted killing someone.
Yeah.
So this is not someone that you would like to have on Pandora when you care about your Na'vi people.
She's been
You
touched
don't-
since
she has not
Guardians
been
2.
touched.
She's been touched by
Please,
love.
she has
She's
not
been
been
touched by
touched.
sisterly love, and she's like,
What?
look,
No.
she's right. I need to go
No,
on this
she has
planet
not.
and get
But
my
what
groove
we
back.
do
That's
know-
what the movie would be. It'd be like Stella got her groove back, but with Nebula.
No. 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 So what would happen with Gamora is she's put on this planet. It's kind of
Okay.
like Predator, where she's just kind of like, well, I don't know what to do here. Now, it's worked in the past, and we are even having a new Predator movie at the end of the year. There's something about the formula that works, and it's not going to be exactly the same because the movie's not so much about what it's about, but how it's about it. And what we do have is Gamora, and we have her personality, and we have that she wants to understand, well, first of all, survive, not get shot or killed or anything by these Na'vi. So she would try to befriend them and not try to take anything away. She's empathetic, and that's something that we don't get from Nebula. Nick Fury, fine, okay, he's not gonna like start killing people, but the thing is that we already get that kind of point of view from the general, that it's very like, hey, I want to recruit you here. They don't need that. They just want Pandora to be exactly how it was before people started screwing with it.
You want to know how it was
Gamora's-
before? All blue people. Who's blue? Nebula. See,
She's blue and purple
You
and
just-
metal.
thank you
And for me,
causing-
Gamora isn't. She's someone. She goes aggressive a lot. She was in prison and she didn't send her own. She has to. And all around the galaxy, people are after Gamora. I don't think she'd be as peacekeeping. And Predator doesn't go well for the Predators or the humans. So I don't think the
But
Na'vi
the
want a
thing
Predator
is,
type
this
situation.
is different because it's not exact. She's not Arnold Schwarzenegger, and she's not the.
She's the most
Predator.
dangerous assassin in the world. You opened with that. She's the most feared woman.
She's the most feared doesn't mean that she uses that like Nebula does.
Well, I think they both would be poor examples of what we want representing them, and I
And
think
Nick
that
Fury would
I
be
think
better?
Nick
No.
Fury goes diplomacy, and then he figures out a secondary
So
choice.
then
So he's a
everything's for
soldier.
him. Everything's for like, oh yeah, let's come over here, and I'm gonna help you guys be
But
Avengers.
what would be the
They
best
don't want
movie?
to
Do we
be-
want to see a movie that feels like it's exciting, have Samuel Jackson, or do we
No.
want supporting characters that
They're
are gonna?
not supporting characters. Why does a woman have to be a supporting character?
didn't say that.
She can no, but Gamora, she does not have to be a supporting character. We have seen her establish her ground
Mm-hmm.
in Guardians of the Galaxy, and she has held her own. So why
Okay.
not give her that opportunity to talk to the Na'vi? And
Well,
just
also we got to remember at the end of Avatar, the only like base of human knowledge is that jacked white dude. They see a scarred up black dude walking up. It's a wrap. They only got his point of view. He's done. He's done. Like I said, there's a whole race of green people on this planet. under the
This
world.
invented race of green people. This is
This is. Oh, I can't
Okay,
wait till
all right,
Avatar 2 comes out, and y'all gonna feel so silly.
I got one question for you. What is the name of your film going to be? 3 very different movies have been pitched here. What is the name of your movie going to be? Iffy, we'll start with you.
Avatar 2. The Nebula Love Connection.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, strong right out the gate there. Amy, what's the name of your movie?
Avatar 2. Gamora meets Na'vi.
Okay. Simple, green, effective. Koi.
Mine has a basis in the comics because Nick Fury has dealt with monsters in the past. It is Nick Fury and the Howling Commandos visit Pandora. Because he deals with monsters, it's all canon, and it's on brand with the giant Disney madness. I think it's there.
But you didn't mention one Howling Commando. I'm gonna be mad in the theater. Like, where the other ones at?
Okay, there's a point to be had. Let's see who can obtain them.
I saw what you were trying to do.
Oh, yeah, the wheels were turning. Let's go to Joe Starr for facts. And why don't you go ahead and give us your thoughts on the battle?
Sure,
after.
so not a lot of facts to check here, although I am frustrated at all of you for making me look up information about the Na'vi. There was a green tribe. I don't know, who knows, there might have been. I don't think there was. Amy said Predator on Pandora, and I stopped listening to everything else, so she gets my point here for Gamora, Predator, Pandora.
Nice.
That's my point.
Okay, so that's a point for Amy. Man, this is a tough one. Very difficult decision here. I love that it's a comedy, like a dramedy, romantic comedy. Man, I was really going for that. But then Predator's great. But Koi laid out that opening salvo of just why Nick Fury's going and how he'd handle it, and then coming in later with the diplomacy, trying to recruit the Na'vi. Yeah, I got to go Koi. So we are locked up at 1-1. Let's go to Daniel Radford.
Oh, wow. First of all, if some people have a question about your full name in the chat, what is your full name, babe?
My full name is Ifishikude NWADIWE.
Tight. Okay, and so going into the poll, I'm just like, we're just going to let him do it. Going into the poll, we have at 50% exactly as of right now, Nick Fury. Next, we've got Gamora at 29% and Nebula at 19%.
Wow, y'all don't want to love or dream. It's all good.
Excellent. And any other cool choices?
Yes. So
by the way,
see...
sorry, Koi gets the point.
It's gonna be a Koi with the point. One of the ones that I really enjoyed was someone saying, and these are no spoilers, I promise. Based on the trailer only, said a full-powered Thanos should join Avatar so he can add some purple representation. And also possibly wipe out the production of all future Avatar movies. And this was at Nolan Dean 27.
Nolan.
Nice. I mean, are people excited to go back to Pandora?
No.
James Cameron
I was
is.
excited.
You know what? If they make it the first one, if you went in 3D, it felt like a ride, and it would be one of those few ones where if you do that 4D, where it's like someone comes and blows wind on you, and like a usher spits in your face or whatever. Like this would be the one that I would.
You know what? If it is in 4D, I'm there. Okay. Question number 3. We're tied up 1-1. Iffy, Koi. Amy killing it, but yet to score a point here. Question number 3. In Avengers Infinity War, we finally get to see almost every Marvel character in its 10-year history show up in one movie. If you could reunite every cast member from any franchise for one final epic movie, what franchise would you pick? And third question, we're going to start with player number 3, Amy.
We all know it as the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. And I don't know why you're laughing, Effie, because this is a very serious topic, and Potterheads, you would be with me. Think about absolutely every single character being in this film, and just think about it, just for 5 seconds, gives me chills. Because imagine we could play with the idea of the Marauders. The idea of time traveling has already been introduced with the Time Turners. They're no longer in existence, but hello, we can figure that out because we're magicians and we're wizards, and that can be a possibility. This would be also fantastic because we have the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. We have the books, obviously. J.K. Rowling already has that established fan base that as people that grew up watching the movies, reading the books, we're still here. And we could also usher in a whole nother generation just by bringing all of these people in. And then as well, I mean, we have Butterbeer. We have fantastic things that are already going on. We have fantastic beasts and where to find them. So it would be just uniting that whole universe that has been so meticulously shown to us so far.
All right, the HP verse. Thank you, Amy. Back around to Koi.
I love a franchise that did not get a great shake in its second 2 installments, so I want it to end on a good note. I would love to go back to a world almost 20 years ago now, and the Wachowski siblings showed us a world that changed cinema and the way we see the world, and that is The Matrix. I think a post-John Wick Keanu Reeves deserves to come back and make The Matrix what it should have been. I think the Wachowskis were so far ahead of their time that they had gender-neutral characters that were so important to the world of The Matrix that didn't get enough time to shine. I think they had a Carrie-Anne Moss in this amazing character that now we see how important that character was in 99, and I want to see more of Trinity. I think Larry Fishburne has not been better since, and I want to go back to the world of The Matrix and give it time for Neo to be the one. I want to see what technology advances get us, because if they did bullet time in 99 and that changed every comedy, every action movie, imagine what they could do today. If they made us, every person that is aware of pop culture every so often goes, am I in the Matrix, when something weird happens? Every so often you have a deja vu, things glitch and you feel off. I want to know what the Wachowskis have in their brain to dive back in. I want to bring back that beautiful ensemble cast that wasn't appreciated enough. People list ensemble casts, they don't list Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss. Like, I want to see a post-John Wick Neo so bad, and I want to see it with today's tech, with the Wachowskis having more control, and I love what the Wachowskis have done with their TV shows and their long-form entertainment. They definitely still have it, and I think Speed Racer is so underrated. So I want to see what the Wachowskis can do with today's technology, today's more advanced way of thinking. We as a society have grown since 99. I want to see that world and where the Matrix is today.
All right, thank you, Coy. And yeah, I haven't seen Carrie-Anne Moss on any lists. Iffy.
Hey, you know, I spent a lot of time thinking about this because you blessed us with a wonderful opportunity here, and it would be cool and cute to bring back like a lot of my favorite franchises and things that I love. But I think if I had this power that you granted us, I would use it for good. You know, we have a lot of actors in both franchises mentioned that that have gone on or not to do things, but really I wanted to tackle a franchise with someone who maybe was stopped in their prime. So it's been a long time without you, my friend. Fast and Furious is my choice for the movie that I would bring back, because I will bring back Paul Walker from the dead so that he can live on and have the career that he was due, that was snatched from him by a Lamborghini. Now, what I will do here is I would bring it back, because the movie's already building up to a big crescendo finale, but it's not as sweet. It's bittersweet, because we know when we get to the apex of this story, we're not going to see Paul Walker. We're unable to. But with the powers granted by Screen Junkies, he will be back. And who knows what he's going to do after that. Maybe he beats out Keanu Reeves to be the new Neo in the Matrix comeback. Maybe he beats out Radcliffe to be the new Harry Potter. We won't know until we go.
That's some strong medicine. Fight it out.
Would he die again after? Because that seems like a cruel thing. Because you said a movie, and also for doing that, why not bring back Heath Ledger's Joker? Why not bring back a number of actors if we have this magical
Paul
power?
Walker, Heath Ledger, we already know how great he was. We've seen even the movies.
And we have Fast and Furious movies. We have Fast and Furious 9. And it's all the same franchise.
Most of them are already there.
And do we want to bring back Harry Potter when it ended so well? And do we want Fantastic Beasts gives us the taste of Harry Potter? And J.K. Rowling now is someone who's like retconning Dumbledore is gay but not putting it in the scripts. J.K. Rowling now is someone defending Johnny Depp, maybe beating people. J.K. Rowling now, do we want her touching Harry Potter again? I feel like it's better that there's a distance. So Harry Potter needs to end where it did, which is beautiful. And bringing people back from the dead would be amazing, but that seems like a power that would only exist for this movie. I don't want to have Paul die again. I miss him. And it was a Porsche, not a Lamborghini.
Look how long, by the way, it's a finale. This is a multi-year shoot. He will be able to shoot way more movies. He will be able to expand his plethora of AAA movies. Now let's talk about Matrix, because you're doing a lot of Harry Potter bashing, but we need to talk about the Matrix.
Please.
Because Harry Potter was able to land on its feet. Now, it is one thing to try and say that it was limited by the scope of the audience with how it didn't do well, but that's also something Open Mic Comic says when their jokes doesn't do well. The movie just kind of fell apart after the first one because it was a good premise. It doesn't necessarily mean that
Which
it can
one
be
are you
fleshed
talking
out into
about?
I'm talking about the Matrix here.
Okay, good.
No, Harry Potter did well, and it's done, and it shouldn't be revisited unless we keep beating it over and over.
The Cursed Child didn't go well. The play didn't go well.
One more time is all
They're
it
not
takes
plays.
to ruin a
this
franchise.
Is a movie. It's a one-time. It's a one-time movie to bring back all these characters that have done so much for all of us. I'm not talking about the director, like who would be doing it. It's about the story behind it and channeling all of that taught us so much growing up as kids, but really going into the past that we didn't get to know anything about. It's just like Star Wars. Like at one point they're like, hey, cool, this is done. And then they said, you know what? Let's do more with it. They did the prequels. Then after that,
Yeah, you already.
Yeah, I feel like this would be a prequel. I feel like we're going back to episode 1. I feel like
no, then they
prequels
went
back.
after. They went after, and people came for it.
So-
they wanted it.
Do you remember Trainspotting? When Trainspotting came back 20 years later, it didn't go well for that cast.
Has it been 20 years?
Yeah, Trainspotting had
No, I'm
exactly
not
a 20-year reunion of
I'm
Trainspotting
not
you didn't even know
saying-
about.
No, but I'm not talking about a 20-year reunion after Harry Potter. It hasn't been 20 years.
But the movie
since it
ended beautifully. The movie had a conclusion. The Matrix didn't get the chance to have a 2 and 3 that were worthwhile. Coming back
Because
and
no one
ending it
really
well.
cared.
Oh, you find it. The world loves the Matrix. Everyone
Okay,
knows
but-
the Matrix.
But then
It
it's
needs
over.
to end.
It was great at the time, and then it's over.
Like
It was
Harry Potter.
great. No.
Yeah.
So you're saying
Exact-
that the Matrix is fine and then it's over? And
No,
then
I'm
that's
saying it didn't end well. I'm saying Harry Potter did. I'm saying Harry Potter had a beautiful
didn't end
story
well because they
based on
couldn't
books that were
figure it
amazing.
out.
The
It
books
was
ended
great.
well, and the movies ended well. Deathly Hallows Part 2 is beautiful and amazing, and I love how that ended.
But what if we could go into a different part of the whole universe?
We did that. Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. It
But a
exists right now.
different- a different
There is
part
a
of
Fast
it.
9 and there's a Fantastic Beasts. Mine is the only franchise that needs to be
It
fixed.
does not need to be fixed.
Fast 8's
No.
incredible. Fast 7's incredible. Fast 9 will be incredible. The Matrix needs to be fixed after Reloaded and
I
Revolution.
don't
it's
think there's a
done.
way.
It's
Yeah, there's no
over.
such thing as fixing a movie because if you reshoot it, you're still gonna have the 2 trash movies.
It's a
Time. All right. Wow. Man, barbs were flying, points were being made, and discredited. Joe Starr, facts.
So really, only a couple of facts, and then a few just things I wanted to dig into a little bit here.
Yeah.
One is, by any scientific metric, Speed Racer is probably the Wachowskis' best film and one of the most underrated films ever created. I see you, buddy.
Thank you so much.
And according to spiralnature.com, in an article about necromancy in the digital age, I've learned that modern necromancy, as it relates to Paul Walker, modern necromancy is more just about communicating with the dead. So really the act of raising the dead in the modern age for current dark magic users has pretty much died out, although apparently you can find a couple Wiccans who say they can
I'd
do
be
it.
bringing back 2 franchises.
Thank you for that peek into the occult.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Great. Yeah, so, Iffy, you got me very excited and then a little bit weirded out. I mean, because I was like, okay, has Iffy like just gone completely off the rails? But then I read the actual question. It's like, if you could reunite every cast member from any franchise, there were no parameters there. So you did that, but then we didn't say if you could further the career of one of the people that you've brought back. I feel like we
That's
started
in
to
the
get a little
text. Look,
sidetracked there.
you're talking to a Magic the Gathering player here. That's in the text. It's implied. Everyone knows. If either of us gets booked in Star Wars, we're not done. We're not done.
I hope we
We're
both
gonna
get booked in Star Wars.
Look, I'm going for Lando's great grandson, baby.
That would be fantastic to see. But it came down to Coy and Amy for me, and Amy just had a little bit more ammo to her argument, and I'm going with Amy and the Potterverse. Joe Starr.
Yeah, if you lost me with this Paul quest, I mean it's a noble quest.
I swear to God, if I see any tribute Paul Walker post from either of you guys, I'm coming at you.
I love that Wiz Khalifa song.
Yeah, I'm coming at you. You guys don't really love.
And I know that you promised that if I voted for you every round, you would pick me up over your shoulder and do that backcracking thing that you do, because
now I'm doing the backbreaker.
Yeah, which I get and I appreciate. But I just like those points about the Matrix getting another shot, especially after some of their long form stuff like Sense8 and things like that. So I'm giving this one to Coy.
All right, it's Coy and Amy 1-1. Danielle, help us out here.
All right, so going into the
Obviously, the
polls
internet's on
as
my
I figure
side.
out how life works. Nope, not a dictionary. Nope, not this. Go away.
Danielle's first time using a Mac.
I really am a PC girl. I swear it has everything you need. Nope,
Master Race.
that is also a dictionary.
Siri just ordered so much food.
How did this happen?
I am so sorry. Okay, first I'm looking at a meme. Round 3, I would pick the entire Air Bud franchise, including the Air Buddies movies. Danielle, you want to see these cute dogs, which is amazing.
Andrew, you are correct.
You are correct. I do want to see all of those very, very cute dogs. All right, let me go back and see if the poll is working for me now. You got it? Perfect. And so right now we have, with
Also hold mine.
61%. with 61%, we have The Matrix, 33% Harry Potter, and 4% Fast and Furious.
Wow.
I
To
think
anybody.
people were really kind of hurt that you were so willing to give up our good buddy Paul Walker.
to bring him back? All right, y'all.
He died twice. It was so hard. Like we lost Paul. I feel like after the filming wrapped, it was just like
Oh my God.
I'll send you this necromancy literature because it's interesting. There's,
Look,
you know.
it's a whole thing.
And
I
he
would
died in a
keep that-
Porsche. That broke my heart to think about
Oh,
again.
yeah. Fact check. He said with Lamborghini,
Yeah, I feel like-
Paul Walker died in a
I feel like that
Porsche.
point should immediately go to me then,
That is
since
correct.
Joe is not doing his job.
Judges, no. Okay, so Coy gets the point. He's ahead 2-1 going into the speed round. Amy, you were fantastic.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, you are on the sidelines now for the speed round. But great maiden voyage right here on Movie Fights.
Thank you.
Heck
You guys
yeah.
are fun.
All right. Ooh, here we go. Oh, but before we go into the speed round, yeah, thank you for pulling that back. Next weekend is the most exciting movie fights of all time. We've been running a Women in Film promotion, trying to raise money and raise awareness for women in film. Next week, May 3rd, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can choose which fight is for the belt. There's so many crazy fights. So many of your favorites that you haven't seen in a long time are going to be back. This show is going to be BANANAS. Bananas. So go to screenjunkies.com/belt poll and cast your vote for who's going to fight for the belt. It could be a fight between puppets. A puppet could win the belt. Don't F us like that. But go vote for who's going to win the belt. It's going to be off the charts. Next week, huge Women in Film event. Thank you. And keep donating and keep unlocking those prizes. Good times.
You know, Hal, I'm glad you listened to that Gwen Stefani CD I got you for your birthday. It really makes me
Finally,
happy.
right?
I know, you know.
It's bananas.
Every time you spell bananas, do you guys all hear that song? Like every time I write it on a list, I'm like,
I know, she has a lot.
She's got it.
Chiquita's, Big Banana's paying her for that. Big Banana.
big banana.
Big Banana.
Thank you for recognizing my 2003 references.
Look, I'm so...
No doubt.
Look, I'm so 2008,
Shut
you're
up,
so 2008.
Tis true.
Wow, we all just dropped the worst jokes from 2004. I'm very proud of us.
I'm also 2000 late teen. Okay, we're gonna jump into the speed round. GT, show us that speed round graphic again. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So Coy is up 2-1, but we have 4 speed round questions, anybody's game, and these questions are going to be decided by myself, Joe, and now Danielle will dispense with the polls, and she'll be giving her own opinion to help us decide.
I will need at least 4 laptops for my own opinion.
Yes.
And 5 dictionaries.
All right, and
Why does it keep bringing up the dictionary? What am I doing? I am all of your moms.
my mom is in the studio today, so
And she actually probably knows this better than me.
actually not. Thank you, Danielle. So again, the first person to speak will get to go first, and you get 20 seconds, and then rebuttals are 10 seconds, 10 seconds. Fellas, you ready?
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, Amy, ready to watch?
Yes.
Great. All right, here's the first question. We saw the fans debating this on the Screen Junkies fan page on Facebook, so we're going to ask it. Who would be the best smelling Avenger? Who's the best smelling Avenger? Call it out when you got it.
I'm going to say Wanda Maximoff. Because, already...
Oh, yeah, okay, good.
Okay,
so
I just
Black
say-
Widow,
I
Wanda
just say-
Maximoff?
No,
Scarlet
Wanda...
Witch.
Scarlet
Oh,
Witch.
sorry.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm going to say, oh man, Chris Evans, Captain America.
Okay, Scarlet Witch versus Captain America. Great. Iffy, we heard you first, so 20 seconds begin whenever you speak.
Okay, right out the gate, I discounted all the men because I am one, and if you've ever entered a man's room or a bachelor pad with multiple male roommates, you know they do not smell well. Women, for some reason, always smelling good, all the time. And Wanda Maximoff can alter reality, so you would never be able to tell if she smelled bad anyway.
Time.
I feel like Chris Evans is a man from another time, so he'd have that amazing musk to himself, but he'd also be eating really well because the dude's in crazy shape. The better you eat, the least your sweat smells, plus the fact that he'd wear really great cologne because he's a man that respects his body, respects himself, so you'd get the musk plus the cologne, plus the genuine, like, Chris Evans-ness. Even that beard looked like it smelled good, which didn't make any sense.
Yeah, but he's from the 50s, so it's the cologne that your grandpa wears, and he smells real spicy. And or he's gonna wear that like cologne from Avon with a bull on it. Like, that's his choices.
The 50s clone is what I'm talking about. He's a timeless man. He's a Stetson man. He's a guy that has a musk, and I feel like that's just a positive thing. Not smelling anything isn't good. This is a good smell. I'd rather have a positive than an absence.
Yeah, you were just digging the hole there a little bit. Yeah, I gotta go with iffy on that one. I gotta go with iffy on that one. Danielle?
There has to be, we've ran some kind of like record on how many times you can say musk. Well, there's a lot of like, you just musk, it's just man. I was waiting for you to say alpha male. And while I do get it, I will say, no matter how much someone respects their body and has cologne, if you have someone who can alter reality, they can alter that smell. So I have to go with iffy.
Bam! Iffy just tied it up. All right, here's question number 2. Question number 2. Who's the better sidekick, Falcon or War Machine?
Oh, War Machine.
Falcon. Yeah.
All right. Iffy, you spoke first with War Machine. 20 seconds begins whenever you speak.
War Machine is great because it's like that homie who like got a lot of money and he upgrades you with him, and that's exactly what that is. He has bigger guns than Falcon, and yes, Falcon can fly, but so can Rhodey, and he has like straight up rocket launchers connected to his body, and he can be as good as Iron Man as long as he treats Tony nice and he lets him, you know, get the upgrades.
It's not the size of the guns, it's how you use them, and I feel like Falcon is a man who is loyal to even Cap over his country. He betrayed his country to side with his boy. That's a sidekick. War Machine is loyal to the government over Iron Man every time. War Machine would hunt Iron Man if the government said to, and he would, and he has in the comics and in the movie. I feel like Falcon will be loyal to a fault that is a sidekick because someone that bonds with you as a man, not about government, not about these side things. He's the boy.
Yeah, no, that's being like the best homie. The best sidekick is just being the best along with the rest. You know, like, I feel like there's not a need to be as loyal, but a good sidekick can be a hero when they have to.
I'm still with Mr. on your left. He is always there for him. He does amazing things. He's just a guy in a suit, and he doesn't need all the hullabaloo. He is a guy that is loyal to his friend. He is a sidekick through thick and thin, and he will always side with Cap.
Time. All right, let's start off with Mr. Joe Starr.
I mean, Coy just brought some facts there. Yeah, some speedy, musky facts.
Musk!
Yeah, if he didn't really have a solid answer for, like, War Machine keeps selling them out for the government. That's a rough wingman to have. And yeah, the loyalty card there, I gotta go Coy.
All right, that's one for Coy. Danielle.
As much as I did appreciate best homie versus best sidekick, that is a great line. I do also have to give this one to Coy.
Boom! Coy takes it. He vaults into the lead 3-2. Coy's back in the lead. Here's question number 3 of the speed round. What's the funniest MCU movie?
Thor Ragnarok.
Guardians of the Galaxy 1.
Okay, we got Thor Ragnarok versus Guardians of the Galaxy 1. If he spoke first, 20 seconds begin when you speak.
The thing that sets the MCU apart from the DCU is every movie chooses a genre, which is like the first Guardians of the Galaxy is a space opera, Ant-Man is a heist film, and you had a like super war government drama within Winter Soldier. Thor Ragnarok is a straight up comedy. That's why a comedy director directed it. And from beginning to end, it's a comedy. And
I think comedies are funnier when you have heart and you feel for the characters. Thor betrayed the first 2 movies. It is a better movie than the first 2, but Guardians of the Galaxy made you cry and laugh, so the comedy aspects felt bigger because the highs and lows were higher and lower, and the Guardians had humor that was more universal. It wasn't just one type of humor, and the music was funny. The characters were funny. There were more characters that were funny. Guardians of the Galaxy was funnier in a more myriad of ways than just being funny in one linear path because you loved everyone and you felt for everyone, so it was much more.
No, comedies are supposed to be comedies, which is why we made the word dramedy up. Comedies make you laugh, and it should be a fun experience. The moment you start dragging emotion into it, it brings a different feel. It's not something you pop on.
A lot of the jokes in Thor Ragnarok didn't land because they were throwing jokes at the wall. The jokes in Guardians landed because you felt for everyone and you continued to feel. The jokes were intentional, they were on purpose, they weren't slapstick, they weren't improv, they were written, they were tactile, and they were smart, and they were handled.
Ooh, all right. Man, I felt like Iffy had a great opening salvo, and then he had a solid rebuttal. I go Iffy on this one. Joe?
I didn't see the fight that way at all, Hal. This is, I love Iffy, and that dramedy line was solid, but this is one of those classic Coy's got him on the ropes and is now just like Sonic the Hedgehog speed punching. I gotta go Coy on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have to disagree.
It's defined
I
by
do
the
think
dictionary.
it's defined by the dictionary. Dude, it literally was like the number 8, and I was like, why do I need to know what 8 is? So I gotta go with Iffy on this one. The idea of it being a straight up comedy with a comedy director, the idea that there is a reason why there is a genre such as comedy, which separates it from other things, and you know, saying that the Thor stuff didn't land, that Guardians was not improv. Improv is a form of comedy, so I do think that mentioning that kind of took me out of it, so I gotta go with Iffy.
All right, there we go. We are locked up 3-3. This question is for all the marbles. This, my friends.
Oh, the Marvels.
Marvels. This one's for all the marvels. What a great moment in
Don't
sports.
listen to me.
Okay, no, I love it. I love puns and dad humor. Okay, here we go. This is for the game. Who's the worst Guardian of the Galaxy?
Groot in Guardians 2.
Star-Lord.
All right. We got Groot in number 2 and Star-Lord. Coy, you spoke first. 20 seconds begin when you speak.
The reason I specified in part 2 because it's a different group. We learned that Groot died in 1. All the things Groot did in the first one are gone. Groot in 2 is someone that doesn't know what he's doing. He's kind of selfish. He's trying to figure his own way out, and he's a baby, so he's either not capable of thought or he's being sarcastic and being stubborn. He's not guarding anything. He's along for the ride because of the legacy of his father. That's not a Guardian of the Galaxy. That is someone that is going to grow into that, but he's not there yet. So that character's completely separate.
I went with Star-Lord because the worst Guardian of the Galaxy doesn't mean the worst character. And I went with someone who, him being the worst Guardian of the Galaxy is kind of the drive of the movie. He's getting the best brought out of him from his compatriots, I guess I will say. And him being bad is what drives everyone. They want to make him the best. They want to build him up. He's like Captain Kirk at the beginning of the Star Trek.
We've seen time and time again, Star-Lord will sacrifice himself. He sacrificed himself in both movies. Groot in 2 would not. Groot is selfish. Groot is not a Guardian. He is a selfish character. Star-Lord is selfless. He is a leader. He is the leader of the Guardians. He is a man.
This is true, but sacrificing yourself isn't always the best route. And as a matter of fact, I feel like they were trying to show that to him. A lot of people want to throw their lives on the line instead of dealing with the fact that they're in a fight and choosing other ways. That was actually a Star Trek thing.
Time. Wow. Good stuff. 2 very different takes on this question.
Ooh,
wow. Damn good stuff. Daniel Radford.
This is really difficult for me because there is the point that Groot is a selfish baby. I do think that worst Guardian doesn't mean worst character. The thing about Groot would not sacrifice himself, baby Groot. I wish that if he would have argued that he had the button and he was clearly at a point where he could have sacrificed himself in that. But also, the point of that Star-Lord tried to sacrifice himself, and I wish that you didn't. Unfortunately, I can't give you the point for this because I wish that you would have mentioned that he did try to sacrifice himself and they wouldn't let him, which I think is what you were getting to, but you specifically didn't say it. So this has led me to a really difficult point, but I do, this is hard. I hate this. Iffy. I'm gonna go with Iffy.
All right, 1-0 iffy. Joe Starr.
First of all, I just want to give props to my boy Coy. I know that was hard to say that you didn't like something.
God damn. I love things, guys. I love things.
You love
I love
things
things.
so
I just,
much.
it's my first on-brand negative, I think, ever. Am I allowed to not like something? This is how they got me.
Lover
So I
of
just wanted
things.
to take a moment, pour one out for your brand. Man, again, Coy with the hurricane punches, but then he stopped repeatedly punching and spent 20 seconds just explaining to us that this Groot was, he was like, you were trying to predict a Groot argument that never came, and you sort of spent that first 20 seconds with that. I really like that hot take on Star-Lord is the worst because that's the drive of the team. I gotta go iffy, man. I gotta go iffy.
Iffy and WADIWE takes the day. Wow.
Wow, first time. Whoa there.
This, ladies and gentlemen, was a barn burner. I mean, JANDREAU doing his thing, micro machines, non-stop in the speed round.
And I see something negative too. That was the last step. First you give me Hayden Christensen, and then a negative.
Iffy, congratulations,
Thank
sir.
you so much.
Go ahead and
Tell them
plug
to take
some
it back.
stuff and say some stuff.
Yeah, please check out Nerdificent every Tuesday on the How Stuff Works Network. Me and Danny Fernandez. Candy Dinner on Mondays. That's the independent one where I'm talking spicy. And Fridays, sometimes I'm at Hyper RPG doing roguelike.
Awesome. Iffy, great having you. Congrats, man.
It was a hell of a fight. I was feeling like my hands are so sweaty because speed round. I'm like, just a bit.
Amy, you came in with great takes, great points. Didn't score a point, but you did an awesome job today. Please go ahead and plug some stuff. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, sit down, relax. Yes, so you guys can find me on AfterBuzz. I talk about Marvel TV, and then also on Popcorn Talk, I'm with Coy. We do Marvel movie news, so feel free to join us in the chat there. That's what I'm in charge of. And yeah, I also just started working at Geek Bomb as well, so feel free to watch those videos. We just did one on Infinity War, and it's fantastic. No spoilers, don't worry. And yeah, just everywhere on YouTube as well. Everywhere. Yeah.
Awesome. Amy, thank you.
Thank you.
Coy JANDREAU, always great to have you, brother.
Love being here. You can find me on Marvel Movie News, and I also do Collider Heroes on Wednesday. I also have a channel on Instagram where I do Insta reviews. I review books, movies, life experiences in 60 seconds because I like to talk fast, as you guys might have gathered. And I also love things, as Joe pointed out. I love to share my love of things. The internet is for sharing and knowledge and experience, so please find me on Twitter, find me on Instagram. And I did the Infinity War red carpet for Black Hollywood Live, and that was a life-changing event, and I love it so much. So please watch those videos. I got to talk to all my heroes with this level of fervor and zeal, so thank you guys. And I love the Screen Junkies family. I love the people that watch this and tweeted us, and you guys are just you're the shit.
Thanks, man. And also add that the internet is also about porno and trolling.
Also true. Where the green naughty live? Where the green naughty are?
Joe Starr, awesome work. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Hal, Coy, Iffy, Amy. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you. The only thing I've got to plug is Thursday, next Thursday, May 3rd. We're starting an hour early. Even if for some boggling, weird reason none of these fights interest you, at least tune in just for the curiosity of how we're going to put 55 of your favorite goddamn people on the internet in this room. It's going to be an incredible show. We're so excited. It's the biggest thing we've ever done. We'll see you there.
We gotta smooth some carpets. Oh boy. 55.
How's mom zinging?
And not wrong. Thank you all. Again, this was a great show. I cannot wait to have you back. You did so amazing, Amy. Coy, I will say you're one of my favorite blurs. Also very excited for next Thursday. If you happen to be in Los Angeles area, particularly North Hollywood, today, Thursday, so if you're hearing this tomorrow, sorry, I am going to be live commentating for wrestling at Wrestling Pro Wrestling out in NoHo. I'll be having the deets on my Twitter, so y'all can find me there. And I'll be back on my phone, so I'll be literate.
Awesome.
She's learned a lot of words, though, today.
Danielle.
I did. I learned what 8 meant.
Thank you so much. If you're going to be in Burbank tonight, I'm going to need a ride home from the bar. Just kidding. I want to thank everybody for watching Movie Fights. Thank you, fighters. Thank you, Joe and Danielle. Thank you, Billy Biz and JTE. And thank you, Mom. All right. Thanks for watching. Hit me up on Twitter and Instagram. Bye-bye.